Cass is president of the Houston East End Chamber of Commerce, and it's an honor to welcome you back to our Feel Good Friday. Today, you're in for a treat and inspiration story from Angeline Latchley, who is the owner of Boot Texan Kitchen. Hi, Angeline, how are you?
I'm well. How are you? Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it's an honor to have you on the program today. I love your background. I love everything about you. Tell us,
Thank you.
how did you get started with wanting to open up your own restaurant here in the East End?
So we got started because I was raised on cooking. We were always in the kitchen, my family and my fiance, Anthony Nichols, the same way. We were both raised in homes where cooking was kind of our way of showing love. And I'm sorry. All right, sorry about that. So recently, due to COVID, he was furloughed from his job. He'd been on his job maybe 4 or 5 years, and he was furloughed. And during that time, a lot of people were like, sorry that you lost your job, but can you smoke us a turkey? And he was like, sure. So he started doing it, for friends and family. And then we never really knew how to cook just the minimum amount. So when we would have a lot of food, I said, you know what, maybe we should just start serving essential workers. So many people joined that movement, and they were like, I think this is great. I really don't want to get out during the pandemic and COVID. I'm not really sure how that's going to affect me, but I would love to support. And we had people that would just drive up and say, I went to the grocery store, I bought all of these things, you can cook, just donations. So we would fire up the barbecue pit, we cook all of the food, we package it up, and we just started delivering it. And it started with, in one of the pictures there, that is my sister-in-law. She's a nurse for St. Luke's Hospital in the operating room. Another one is a nurse with the Women's Hospital in the NICU unit. There was a police department, and most of these are family members and friends, people that we know that serve as essential workers. And it started there, and it just kind of took off. And then people were saying, this is great. I'm having an event. Do you think you guys could cater the event? And before you know it, it just evolved, and an entire restaurant was born.
Oh my God, that's beautiful. And there's a photo of the police set, and so they're definitely essential workers as well.
Yeah.
And more beautiful pictures of your volunteer efforts to feed our essential workers. Kudos to you for doing that. It's one of these things where, when my grandmother taught me, when you give, more good things come back to you.
It's true.
And so I guess the good thing that you do is that you and your fiance decided maybe you should open up a restaurant. Is that correct?
Yeah. And that's what happened. We decided to start, and we were initially going to try to open a cloud kitchen because of the climate that we're in. I thought that just a kitchen space and being connected with the mobile platforms would be the better option. And it just didn't work out. Everything, the times were delayed. So we just said, this isn't working. We'll look for a different space. And we landed in the East End. So we found that space, and I said, this is perfect. And my first thought initially was how do we market this? What is the best thing to do? But then, because of who I am and my nature of serving, I said, that's not the way that I have to do it. How can I be a help? How can I add value? How can I be a part and connected to the community? And how can me being in the East End make the East End better? And then I said, let me call the chamber. And when I pulled it up, I was like, there's Francis.
Yes.
So it was just, it worked out. And then I was like, how can I help?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When I got your call, I was so thrilled. And tell us the address of your soon to be open restaurant.
The address is 6555 Navigation Boulevard. And it's Houston, Texas, 77011 is the zip.
Great. And for those of you who don't know, it's on Navigation near the Center Point gas plant, right underneath the overpass there. So it's going to be a spot for people to have their lunch and while they're working, and then they can bring their family on the weekends and then come back for dinner and just enjoy. When do you anticipate opening?
So I was hoping that I would be open tomorrow, but one thing my grandmother taught me was, whatever you do, do it in excellence. So there are a few more things that I want to make sure that we have done the right way, have done correctly. So my anticipation is maybe a couple of weeks. Keep your fingers crossed if, all goes well, but I'll certainly keep you guys posted and, want everyone to come out and support on our opening day. But I'm thinking of maybe 2 weeks.
Wow. So tell us about the type of food you're going to be serving.
Oh, yes, this is my favorite part. So we have 4 menu concepts. The first concept is the picture you're looking at now, which is the fried foods. We call it the quick fix menu. So it's like fried pork chops, fried chicken, hamburgers, chicken wings, and then we have the barbecue menu, and we have everything. The baby back ribs are a crowd favorite. We can't keep enough of those in stock. And then the baked beans, the sausage, brisket, chicken, and another fan favorite is the smoked turkey wings. So Thanksgiving is coming up, so a lot of people are even now ordering the smoked turkey. We also have the seafood menu, which is what you're looking at here. So in addition to frying the fish and the shrimp, we can also grill them. We don't have to add calories if you don't want them. So we have the grilled fish options, and we've also been doing some meal preps and planning, like the grilled shrimp, the brown rice, asparagus. It's like, see, we know how to do this the right way. You don't have to feel guilty, but we can also give you a hamburger that'll make you hurt yourself with the jalapenos and bacon. So there are a total of 4 concepts, and the last one is the soul food. That one is like smothered chicken, greens, cabbage, cornbread, yams, peach cobbler. That is a 5-generation recipe that I learned from my great-great-grandmother. So I think we have something for every palate.
And walk us through this great video.
Okay, so this is the southern fried pork chops with the green beans with sausage and Cajun rice, the baby back ribs that are just, you can see the picture. This is the smoked chicken that is so tender, so good. The homemade meatloaf. This is part of our soul food Sunday.
Getting watery.
The baked beans with ground beef, mashed potatoes. These are not your average green beans, but they are green beans. Baked chicken. See, we can do that too. And those are the oxtails, another crowd favorite. The cheeseburgers, only done with extra cheese. Bacon burgers with grilled onions, jalapenos, extra cheese. Turkey burgers. See, we can do that. This is more of the burgers that we have. The burger menu is really popular. This is the smoked turkey. So Thanksgiving coming up, we do a lot of smoked turkeys. We do specials on Saturdays, so we want to make it affordable and convenient for the community and for the kids. And that's our contact information.
Wow, Boot Texan Kitchen. I cannot wait to support you and become a regular. I live minutes away, so my husband and I.
Oh, awesome.
We love visiting Louisiana. So tell us about how you got inspired to have a Louisiana cuisine.
So my fiance is Hugh. That was one of the main reasons that we connected. He is an excellent cook. So he made like this amazing gumbo with, the shrimp and the crab. And so many times we would have events like even during the summertime, we do the boiled crawfish and the boiled shrimp and crab, and so they love it. But then they also love when we have the soul food, when it's like and it makes you feel like home. You come in and you can smell everything, and it's like, oh, this is so warm. I just love it here, and the hospitality. So it's a southern blend of Southern hospitality, but that's really the epitome of who we are. So it was the Louisiana side that everyone loved, that, they wanted so much. And then you have the Texas side. So he said, we can't do one or the other. We just have to put it all together. So that was the inspiration for the name, is the Louisiana Boot, like the shape of the state. And then Texas. So the barbecue and the smokehouse and the chicken and brisket and all of the heavy stuff. So it was an inspiration of both. Also, with the common theme for me is the Southern hospitality. My service, how helping the community, serving people. When you come in, I want you to feel like you are at home. I want you to, feel that you are part of a family. It doesn't matter if you are Black, white, brown. It doesn't matter where you come from. If you come here, I want to show you genuine appreciation for being there, for patronizing our business. And I want to fill you up and add pounds to your life.
Yum, yum, yum. I can't wait. I wish it was open tomorrow. I wish it was open today. Well, I've got a couple of questions here from those watching us. So for Thanksgiving, will y'all be selling whole turkeys? And if yes, how can they order?
So for Thanksgiving, I don't think we're going to be selling whole turkeys. We are going to be selling turkey parts because it's faster and it's convenient. And he is a perfectionist. That's a good thing and a bad thing. But it takes time, to do the turkeys the right way. And we could service and accommodate more people if we did it in smaller parts. So we will have like the smoked turkey legs that are just, you can shake them and the meat just like comes off the bone. It's so good. And then the smoked turkey wings and turkey breast. So we'll kind of have it broken down, and we'll have meal packages. So if you just want to just order, a lot of people are doing smaller family events for COVID. So we have different meal packages for different family sizes. If you want to do a big event, 10 people or 20 people or 50 or 5. We'll just accommodate you because it's a home environment. So most of the time when people call and it's like, well, I looked at the menu, but I don't want, everything. I'm like, okay, tell me what you want. And they're like, I would like to do this, and I'm like, okay, we'll make it work. We don't have that on the menu, but I want you to be happy. So you tell me what you want to do. We can do it. Let's just get it done.
I love your customer service attitude. That's beautiful. Another good question here is, are you going to have outdoor seating?
That's a good question. So the space that we have, ultimately, yes, we will have outdoor seating because we have a huge lot. So even when I saw it, I can just envision, like the picnic tables and everything there. But like I said at the beginning, because we've just acquired the space, I want to make sure that it's safe. I want to make sure that it's the right timing. So when we initially open, it'll just be indoor seating, but we do have like the open patio so people can still go out on the patio, and we'll have areas there, but it's not like a dining area for the patio. But that is on the horizon. That'll probably be a few months. I just want to make sure that, is right.
Perfect. I love this question. It's kind of cute. Do you make cornbread? And if so, are you team sugar or no sugar in your cornbread?
Okay, so I do make cornbread, and I think it's against the law to not add sugar to your cornbread. It's a criminal act. Yes, sugar in the cornbread, and it's homemade. It's so good. It's a recipe, a generational recipe that I got from my great grandmother, and my mom is also a part of it. My mom, quick story. She's 65 and she has a lot of health issues. But during this time, she comes over and, it's like she feels like there's really a purpose for her. And I'm like, don't just feel like it. Know that there's a purpose. I need you to make this cornbread and this peach cobbler. But she's so much help. And my fiance's dad, I'm not sure, he's in his 60s, but they're there. My daughter is 14. My nephew is 16. My brother is also there. But the biggest part about it is teaching them, this is how you operate the business. This is how you do that, and learning. I'm a student and a teacher because I have the higher generation teaching me, but then I have the privilege of being able to teach my daughter and my nephew. So it's a family business, and we need more people. So we will be hiring soon because I want to be able to share that and to teach the next generation entrepreneurship.
Oh, I think that's so beautiful. So beautiful. Now, what do you do for fun? I know we were talking beforehand, and you're in a program, Becoming Best Self. Tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, so I started during COVID. I started a Facebook group that was called Becoming Your Best Self during COVID-19 because I had watched I was planning my Netflix binges and my snacks. I was like, this has got to stop. And so many people were facing depression. So many people don't like the isolation. And they were just kind of lost. And I said, you know what, whenever in life will you have another opportunity to have this time to really focus on you? What if you really focused on your God-given gift and talent and really started doing it? What could life be like for you if you wanted to start a business? If you wanted to open a restaurant, what if you really did it? You know, how much of an impact could that make, and how happy could you be? How could your life change as a result of that? And I said, you know what? I'm going to start doing it. But then I started sharing it, and so many people started connecting. And that's how the initiative started with the essential workers, because it's like, who am I? What do I want to do? I want to help people. I want to serve. All right, well, let's do it. And then more people started, and it went from I'm isolated, I'm depressed, and I'm sad to I don't have enough time. I got so much stuff to do, you know, and it just was like a message of hope. Like, you know, there is something to, you know, to do. So that's what the Becoming Your Best Self is about, the Facebook group. From that, another opportunity came where I connected with a group that's called the Promote Her Network. And within that group, there is a streaming channel that will be on Roku, Amazon, Fire Stick, and Apple TV. And I just basically share those stories. The people that I've impacted, people that have impacted me. It's just promoting other people. And someone said earlier today, well, when you do the show, what are you selling? And I was like, you know, I'm not selling anything. I'm just really doing what I love to do and doing what God created me to be. And in doing that, the opportunities come.
So true, so true. And I love the fact that you're helping other women. And then two, it's you have family first, and you're integrating all of your family to help you. And then together you're all going to give back. So I think this is so beautiful. I cannot wait. You have a Facebook page for Boot Texan Kitchen. And for those of you, it's tagged on our Facebook. So make sure that you go and check it out. Follow them so you can find out when the opening is. If you need a taste tester, I'm your girl. Just give me a call. I'll taste whatever, fried, grilled, healthy, non-healthy.
Okay.
And definitely.
I'm going to hold you to it. Now, I have a disclaimer. I will not be held responsible for buttons that are pulling.
I love it.
But I can guarantee you that we will treat you like family and give you a good meal and make you feel right at home.
Oh, wonderful. I can't wait. And so in closing, do you want to give like some words of advice? I am inspired. You know, you took this COVID opportunity, your fiance was furloughed, and now you're going to open up a restaurant together, and the sky's the limit for you two. Any other words of encouragement for other people that are going through something similar and that you want to leave them with?
Yes, I do. 3 simple techniques for my recipe for success. And that is pray, plan, and produce. I believe when you pray about it and realize what you're supposed to do, I'm not a gymnast. So I need to know that. But when I know who I am, I know what I'm supposed to do. I have a vision for it. And then you plan it because you want to do everything you do in excellence. When you get to that point, then it's time to start producing and giving the world what God gave you.
Oh, beautifully said. And it's a great way to start this beautiful weekend.
Yes.
Halloween is tomorrow, so we'll be celebrating that. And thank you so much for joining us today. We really wish you the best of luck. You're our East End neighbor, and we're here to support you.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm glad to be here.
You're welcome. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.